Huh. Oh shit, it's just you. You startled me. Don't mind me, I was just checking out my new PC. And, with this I could do some interesting things. I could play those Xbox One exclusives on it. And you know what, I think I'm going to be doing that today. I think we're going to be doing one of the first Xbox One exclusives to come out, and that is Dead Rising 3. And the great thing about this is I don't have to go through the Windows Store to get it. I get it right on Steam. So, without further ado, here is the review. So yes, I could finally play Dead Rising 3, and I'm pretty excited because I'm a fan of the series, although I wasn't really an Xbox owner. I did, however, play Dead Rising 2 on my PlayStation 3, and I love that fucking game. That game is fantastic! Now, I just want to let you guys know how I obtained this game. I didn't go through the normal means of going through Steam and buying it that way for $30. I actually went to G2A and picked it up for $13. With the, shady insurance shit they got going on. Whatever, I was broke at the time, I needed it. And you know what, it's one hell of a deal at, more than 50% off the asking price of the game, so... And, not all those Steam keys can be stolen, right? I don't think they're all stolen. So I gotta say, I was actually pleasantly surprised with Dead Rising 3. I was expecting it to feel less like a Dead Rising game for what the critics were saying at the time of its launch. For whatever reason, the game tries to be a little bit more dark and have a more serious vibe in the beginning. Then it just goes balls to the wall crazy, and it feels right at home with the Dead Rising family of games. The new feature in this Dead Rising, similar to combo weapons, is combo vehicles, where you play as a mechanic, Nick Ramos, and he has that ability to combo vehicles to make even deadlier vehicles to kill zombies and do all kinds of crazy whatchamacallits. Now, it's good to make a note here that this has to be the most accessible Dead Rising game in the series, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. However, it was the most easy Dead Rising game to beat. I beat it on my first playthrough and got an S ranking, and that's not something you're gonna do with the other Dead Risings because they're hard as fuck. So what makes this Dead Rising so much easier? Well, let me tell you. First off, you can save wherever you want, not just in bathrooms. You can make combo weapons wherever you want, not just on a bench. The guy on the walkie-talkie isn't as fucking annoying and is somewhat predictable with his calls. However, if you do want this hard as balls fucking Dead Rising gameplay, don't worry, they have you covered with Nightmare Mode, which makes it feel more like the older Dead Rising by limiting the time constraints more, and you can only save in bathrooms. The PC version, Apocalypse Edition, comes with all the DLCs besides the Super Mega Street Fighter blah 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 I didn't play it pack. It does come with the Untold Stories DLC, which gives you 4 all-new protagonists to play at, all of which are canon to the main story, by the way. The Untold Stories DLC also come with new weapons and vehicles that you can import into the main game. But enough of the sidetracking, let's get back to the base game. This is a co-op game, and the co-op is fantastic, although I wish there was a split screen feature. That way I wouldn't need 2 $1,000 gaming rigs in order to play it, and as well as 2 copies of the game, and let alone friends. But if you do have friends, he or she gets to play as a guy named Dick, and you can scream, "Hey, Dick," all you want to them. Now, a staple in the Dead Rising series is the frustratingly annoying Escort Missions, which, would have been fine and dandy in the last 2 games had it not been for the dumbass AI. And I mean, sometimes they just really fucked up. I can't tell you how many times I had to reload after reload after reload because of some fucking stupid survivor did some stupid shit, like getting eaten up by zombies because he wouldn't follow me, or I hit him while trying to save him and he'd turn on me, or some stupid shit like that in the previous games, and it sucked. But a pillar of the games it was, this still kind of has that, but it's more of a tool than a hindrance. For example, you do a side mission for a survivor, you save them, you give them gas, or some weird shit like that, and they'll say, "Alright, cool, we're gonna join you." You really don't have to babysit these characters too much, as the AI is smartened up quite a bit. Only with a few of them did I have to go back and save them. And you can take them to a safe house, but there's multiple safe houses throughout the game. And if you just drive away, they go to the safe house by themselves. So you really don't have to be bothered with them after you do the missions. They're optional. And they can help you with boss fights and stuff like that. Like, you can give them weapons and feed them and, take care of them like a good pet. And speaking of the safe houses in the game, you can unlock them by clearing out the zombies in that location on the map. But not only can you store and swap out survivors, you can also change your clothing. And do you want to know what one of the best things about the Dead Rising series is? You get to play fucking dress up. fantastic! As well as they have a weapons locker, and the weapons locker is pretty overkill because you could spawn any weapon in the game as long as you had it once. So like those special boss weapons, you can just keep spamming them in, and it makes the game a hell of a lot easier. I think maybe having like a merchant where you have to pay something in order to get those weapons would have been better. It's still a cool feature, but it definitely makes the game a lot easier than what it should be. So in this Dead Rising, instead of being trapped in a mall, you're trapped in a big ass city loaded with freeways and all kinds of crap to do and explore. However, I did feel like it lost a little bit of personality compared to the malls, and I think it was just easier to miss out on some of the cooler items if you're not necessarily like looking for them. I don't know, I think the stores worked a little bit better to find stuff, if that makes sense. So there's not much else to do in this city other than kill zombies, really. You can find like hidden collectibles, which include blueprints and Frank West statues. And there are like little mini games, but they're all about killing zombies in a certain amount of time, and they give you more PP. And essentially what you use PP for is you don't compete with it. It's player points or something like that, and you just use it generally to level up. And the cool thing about this time around is you actually can choose and designate what exactly skill set you want to level up your character instead of just doing it automatically. Let's say you wanted to be healthier rather than speedy, you can do that. Let's say you wanted a certain set of combo weapons to work with, you know, junk you find lying around that wouldn't necessarily make it before, you could do that as well. Now, on the story side of things, it had a lot of twists and turns, and it does connect fairly well with the Dead Rising series. And all in all, you know, I was pretty happy with it. It answered a lot of questions, and it also raised some new ones, but, you know, I can't complain. The new characters, you know, were okay. They get the job done, but they're no Frank West. And there was this one scene that actually surprised me. Like, I did not see it coming, and so here it is. I want to show that to you guys.
Are you in here? Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel my leg, and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost. The comrades I've lost. Won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm gonna make him give back our past. Rhonda?
You asshole!
I did that because I wanted to use that meme. I'm sorry, and, you know, in a strange way, I hope you enjoyed that. Combo weapons seem to step up their game, and they're crazy as hell, you know. I like them, I think they're pretty good. The one thing that was a little bit disappointing about the combo weapons is I couldn't just make a combo weapon without having the blueprint, and I honestly felt kind of smart in Dead Rising 2 when I figured out, you know, a combo weapon without necessarily having that combo weapon unlocked yet. Like, I figured it out, like, you know, smart. The psychopaths in this game range from pretty good and overall crazy to kind of stupid in design. In my opinion, I think they could have done a better job with coming up with better bosses in this one, and I'd like to see a little bit more creativity next time. I haven't played Dead Rising 4 yet, so we'll see how that works. Now, the zombie count in this game is fucking crazy. By the way, I hate the football players. They're dicks. They keep fucking tackling me. Fuck the football players, okay? I enjoyed the music in this game. It had some kick-ass rock/metal during boss fights, as well as in the safe houses, and then a more sci-fi vibe, B-movie-ish tone during the cutscenes, which, like I said, matches the tone quite well. All in all, I gotta say, go pick this one up if it sounds like your cup of tea, as the game will give you hours upon hours of zombie killing fun. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. Thank you for watching. As always, I'm your host, Bob Zombie. I'll see you next time on the Mischief Gaming Show.